What's going on, guys? It's Edwin from Edwin Collections once again here, showing a new piece that I just got in from Xmen Studios, one of my favorite companies. And this time around is the Xmen Cyclops. This guy definitely, I was very happy to receive this actually in a very compact one box. As you can see, everything fit there very well. I love the fact that it's very compact and small compared to the other pieces that I've been getting that are really huge. And starting with the base, just to give you a quick look around of the different textures that they use as far as the stone and all the rocks, then what seems to be pieces of a sentinel that has been brought down. It looks good overall. Just I think I need a little bit more contrast to just get the idea of the differences between the rock and the parts, but it's pretty good overall. I don't mind it at all. And here's a half of the body of Cyclops, and I like what they did as far as different textures on the blue suit. As you can see near the knee, there's just a darker part and also a little bit more contrast there. Looks good. And looking over now, the first half of the body, this actually is well executed. I do like the color paint overall, but there's a couple of things that I would mention fairly quick. One of them is the actual belts that go around the body itself. Would have been good to have a little bit more of shadowing maybe on the edges so that it adds a little bit more depth, especially the back. The front does have a little, but this looks a little bit too together with the body, so it seems like this is one. You can tell that right away, so it just needs a little bit more depth overall. The second thing I would think that this guy was in the battle somehow, right? Because he has that pose that he has is actually in action somehow, right? So I think it would have been good to have the body with some scuffs, with some battle damage. If not a lot, but just a little bit of scuffing all around his body would have been great. And taking a look at one of the portraits here, as you can see, it actually comes apart and you can put some batteries to be able to have the light feature, which I really haven't done yet. But it looks good overall. I like what they did with the portrait. It does need a little bit more contrast, a little bit more detail as far as his skin goes, just to make it a little bit more realistic. But overall, I like it. It looks good, especially once you put it in your display, it'll look amazing next to the other X-Men. And just showing off a little bit of the base and the different items that go in it. There are four metal sections that need to be added to the base, two longer ones and two smaller ones that go towards the back of Cyclops, and it adds to the environment. I'm assuming that he is basically in a place that he was battling, and some Sentinels parts are on the base. It looks pretty good. As far as paint, it looks pretty cool. Metals look as if they were cut off by his bean, I'm assuming, which have like that remaining reddish orangey uh, cut view on the bean. So it looks pretty cool. I like it. I think it adds to the piece, and it's actually a pretty small, compact piece, which I like a lot, and it's refreshing to see since so many crazy big statues nowadays. But this will go well with my additional X-Men figures that I have. It's gonna pair really well with. I have about six X-Men. I have the OG Colossus, also the Sideshow Magneto, Sideshow Cable, Sideshow Wolverine. I have Sideshow Rogue, and also the Dark Phoenix is the original one. Actually, I'm lucky enough to I'm getting the XM Dark Phoenix, and the Sideshow most likely will be sold, will be in the market very soon. So I'm sure I'll be posting a couple of pictures of all of them together. I'm sure the team is coming along and it's gonna look great. I'm debating still whether to get the Juggernaut and maybe a couple of more pieces just to finalize the X-Men. Since there's so many of them, but I'll be happy with the ones that I have so far and a couple of more. And just going off the base here, finalizing the different parts that were needed. As you can see, I added already, which I think is the one of the thumbs of or a finger from the Sentinel parts. There's also some cables that needed to be added there to different parts of the base that are remains of the Sentinel there that was destroyed, I'm assuming. The base looks really cool. I think it just needed a little bit more contrast. I think it's a little bit some of the parts just kind of blend a little bit with the stone, but just a little bit more contrast would have been good there. I like it overall. I like the fact that it's a small footprint. It's not a huge statue. I mean, I think it'll even fit on some of the small display cases because it's that small. But I like it. I think it's gonna go really well with all of the other X-Men. I definitely would recommend it if you are looking to get this, and in your case, especially with some of the issues that I had talked about, especially with some of the paint and some of the extra things that should have been done to make this top of the line type of statue. But I think you will be happy with it, especially if you have the other guys, whether the XM or Sideshow or other companies, and you're creating the whole team. This is definitely going to be a good addition to that team. I was lucky enough to get the version that has the two torsos, and I showed the one that he's actually about to blast his weapon, and this one is the other one that is actually kind of like leaning, screaming. I like it. I think it's cool. It's as I think it might be leaning a little bit too much, but I mean, it looks good. I think most likely I'm going to be displaying it with the one that he is about to blast with his fingers on the side. I do like that one a little bit better. A bit of people talking about the separation of the hair and how the hairline looks a little weird. To me, it seems to be okay, especially it didn't bother me. You can't really see like a huge problem there. I don't think there's any issues. You could always take out the little felt, as they said. So it goes even a little deeper connection. But to me, I think it's fine. I didn't want to even deal with that and take that out. I left it as is, and as you can see, it looks pretty damn good. Here's the original pose with him with his fingers about to use the powers that he has. I do like both poses, but this one I like a little bit better since it's the iconic pose of Cyclops, and it definitely looked really good. I think they did a very good job overall. Um, as you can see, the back has different separations on the suit. And I mentioned that I would have liked a little bit of more contrast. Even on the boots themselves, it would have been good to have like some dirt, some scratches, just to make it a little bit more realistic. Because they already have like amazing details, even on those folds and all. It would be great to see just a little bit of a more realistic view on some battle damage. That would be awesome. I do like it a lot. I think it's a great statue, and it definitely is a lot better than the Sideshow one, in my opinion, because this one at least has two options to be able to display and iconic poses, basically. And the other one seems a little, honestly, not as creative and just very safe. So this one definitely will be the one to go. And in the end, XM is better quality, in my opinion. Now just showing you the second torso on the body. Very easy to take out and put the second one in there. It's once again really well done painting application on this one. I think they did a good job, but same issues as I mentioned before, just a little bit more contrast around the belts that go along around the body. That's the only thing that I would add. Obviously some more battle damage or just some dirtiness to the boots since he's in battle, maybe some scratches maybe along the suit. Just it would add a little bit more realistic flair to this statue. It's a little too clean. It's really well sculpted, but it just needs that, I think, a little bit, not only on the whole body overall, but also just some more details on the face. I think that would have added a lot to the statue. Look at this portrait, actually looks really nicely done. Even the tongue and the mouth, good details there. Just needs a little bit more of contrast on outside of the skin a little bit, and it would just be 100% complete to me. But awesome, guys, I'm happy with the statue with Cyclops now in my collection. Very, very happy. Hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of more pieces in soon, and I'll be able to review them. Please share this video, share this review, subscribe if you haven't yet to the YouTube channel. I'm going to be adding a lot more videos soon, including the XM Optimus Prime. I also have the Prime 1 Studios Harley Quinn that came in, and I have like a whole bunch of them that I'm going to be putting them, some of the older pieces as well. So please join, please subscribe, and keep collecting out there. Thanks a lot for checking out the video.